All right, hi. So we're doing these tips every day, and the idea is that I'm going to give a different tip. I don't know how long I'll be doing them for, but knowing me, I'll probably do them forever. But today's tip is very much a focus on your pipeline. And as a business owner or as a sales manager, regardless, you need to be looking at your pipeline for your business. So what's essential you understand is that you've got to learn how to read a pipeline, especially your own pipeline. Now, a pipeline, the term means the business or the irons in the fire that you've got out there that hopefully will come in and close and become actual accounts or customers or revenue or whatever it might be. For some of you, this isn't entirely directly applicable because, of course, you might be working with Facebook ads that convert on a $3 product that is all very automated, so slightly different. But I'm talking here about real life clients. For instance, if you're a consultant or a coach or something, this is very applicable here, or anywhere where you're directly relating to or selling to a singular person. So a pipeline is important to read. There's a lot of different things you've got to get your head around, but there's a rule that I've used for 15 years, and it's really fairly accurate, and it's really stood me in good stead when it comes to not having any false hope with the amount of business I feel I might be able to get. Because look, it's really good for your health and your sanity if you're able to project what business you're going to get this month or this week or today. And the best way to do it is to be sure really of how likely it is things are going to drop. And look, everyone's different. Some people aren't very good at sales. Some people need a lot of help. Some people are just misfiring in the wrong direction. But all that aside, presupposing that you're decent at what you're doing and you're able to sell someone on your product and your product's half decent what it is, there's a very important rule, which is the rule of 1 in 3. And what it says is if you have 3 pieces of really good business in your pipeline, so 3 things that really look likely that they might turn into deals, whatever that might look like for your business, you should apply the rule that actually only 1 of them will come in. Because even, there's this saying I remember from back in the early 2000s when I was selling online, we used to say even the dead certs tend to unravel themselves. So that's not being cynical or negative, but what that is saying is that in the real world, when you're dealing with people, what tends to happen is stuff gets in the way sometimes. If you are an amazing closer, good for you. If you can close people on the phone right away, fantastic. But even then, you tend to find that out of all the good stuff, it's about 1 in 3 that actually converts. So what it does is it says to you, you know what, I've got 9 things in my pipeline. Well, let's take the average of them and then apply that to if only 3 came in, because that's probably what's likely to happen. Look, you may be pleasantly surprised by it, but what you're doing is you're managing your expectations to a level where you can say, right, I'm not going to be a millionaire tomorrow, but I do feel I've got £20,000 to come in tomorrow, or $20,000 or whatever, and that's a fair projection. Obviously, over time, you'll be able to manage this and look at your data. And what's interesting is getting to a point where you can say things like, okay, I mean, I know one company I work with that says, we know that for every 7 pitches we do, we get a deal. That's our stat, that's our data, and it's been like that for years. And so if on average we can do 7 pitches a day or a week or whatever it is, we'll get a deal out of that. So you've got to know what your number is, but to start with, it's always wise to have this understanding that a rule of 1 in 3 is wise. Never be overly optimistic that, you speak to everyone and they're all going to say yes, because that life's just not like that, or you're going to get lucky. But you can't rely on fluky luck like that. Again, I'm not being negative or cynical. I've made hundreds of thousands of phone calls and meetings and closed millions of pounds of business rather, but these things tend to stand true. So what I'm saying is, just bear in mind that out of every 3 good bits of business you've got, 1 will probably come in, and that's worth helping you to work you out your pipeline. What things have you used? Let me know if there's any ideas you have for working through your pipeline and how you read your sales figures. But that's one that's always worked for me. So put it into practice, see how it affects you. You'll probably find it's right. The rule of 1 in 3. See you later.